I think I went probably like 2 weeks without making a video on the Golden State Warriors, and well, I saw something that kind of set something off within me, and it's something that just really confused me, and it's very consistent with a video I made about 2 weeks ago called How the Golden State Warriors Are Fooling Us, which is why I had to title this video something very similarly. As you can see, Klay Thompson, for those of you guys that don't know, well, I'm sure all of you guys know, but in case you didn't know, Klay Thompson tore his ACL in the NBA Finals last year, which is the worst time you could ever tear your ACL ever, because that means the entire offseason you are rehabilitating that injury, and the ACL recovery takes so long that typically by the time you return, it's usually another 6 to 9 months later, depending on the situation. Now, there's good news about Klay Thompson's injury, and this is going way deeper than the good news about Klay Thompson's injury. It appears as if Klay Thompson looks good to go, man. Like, I know it's better to keep a player out longer than shorter whenever they tear their ACL, but I have some stuff to show you guys that might blow your mind. Now, before we get to this info about Klay Thompson, this is our second video of today, so let me know in the comment section if you saw the previous video on Karl Anthony Towns. But in addition to that, if you see a lot of my content get recommended to you guys and you watch all of my content but you're not subscribed yet, take a moment, hit that subscribe button to contribute to my dream of being a full-time YouTuber. Once I hit 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will be going full-time on YouTube. But in addition to that, it's either if we get 500,000 subscribers or 100,000 people to turn on my notifications. So I think we're at 30,000 so far. So once we get 70,000 more people to turn on my noties, then I will go full-time on YouTube. One last thing, guys, before we get into this. I have been getting hit with some copyright claims. I know I say this in every video, but just in case something happens to the channel, I wanted an additional social media platform to connect with you guys and also upload my content to. So in the event something happens to my channel, I will be uploading my content to IGTV. Make sure you're followed on Instagram as well. So we know Klay Thompson tore his ACL, and that completely changed the entire course of the Golden State Warriors season. And what do I mean by that? Well, for one, the Golden State Warriors traded Kevin Durant, and a lot of people don't understand this, but technically this was a trade. Kevin Durant got traded from the Golden State Warriors to the Brooklyn Nets for D'Angelo Russell. I understand they were signing trades, but that's technically what happened. So the Warriors were able to make lemonade when they were given lemons and flipped KD to D'Angelo Russell so they could potentially get Steph Curry a competitive backcourt running mate, which D'Angelo Russell was a fantastic addition considering the fact that, again, very versatile, great scorer, incredible playmaker, has a great basketball IQ. There's some James Harden to his game. He could hit the open three. He could play on the ball with the ball in his hands. He could create for teammates, but he could also be a very competent and great off the ball scorer, which is fantastic because in today's NBA, you just want a player that could be integrated into any system and play off of his teammates. But unfortunately, D'Angelo Russell also succeeds mostly in a scheme that involves the pick and roll, not coming off of screens. But to Steve Kerr's credit, he has been doing what he has to do in order to put D'Angelo Russell in a good situation to succeed. Now, how has Klay Thompson been tricking us? Mike, what's up with that clickbait title, bro? Well, I'm going to get to that right here. Here's what's really confusing me. And you guys, someone who's a doctor, let me know in the comment section. I'm in nursing school. I have not gotten my degree yet. Maybe I'll understand this in about 1.5 to 2 years time. But tell me how. Riddle me this, Batman. How is it that Klay Thompson is able to put on his full Golden State Warriors gear, headband and all, uniform and all, and literally run into the corner like he's doing in this clip right here and hit the open threes? How is he able to get shots up like he typically does? And if he's doing all of that, and I guess you could tell me that I'm in way over my head, is it possible that Klay Thompson is good to go? He is cleared. He could play if he wanted to, but the Golden State Warriors are shutting him down for the rest of the season because, one, Steph Curry broke his hand. Two, they're in way too deep of a hole to climb out. I understand they're 13th place in the Western Conference, and a lot of people would say, hey, if they came back today and they were full strength, they could compete. But they're in a very deep hole at this point. And three, I understand you guys are going to think that this is absolutely insane, but this is also consistent with my last video on the Golden State Warriors. Could it be that the Warriors would much rather tank for that pick, tank for a top 5 pick, tank for a chance to draft James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball, or any of the other fairly good players in the NBA draft this year? Players like Cole Anthony, Anthony Edwards, all great pieces that could be integrated into the Golden State Warriors. I understand that they have their guards of the future right now in Klay and Steph, and they even have D'Angelo Russell, but Anthony Edwards in the Golden State Warriors system, this guy could shoot the lights out. It's a perfect combination. James Wiseman is a player that they need. They need a center. Could it be that Steph Curry, he has a broken hand? He was originally out for 2 to 3 months. He was shut down for the remainder of the season. Why do you think that is? Why would they shut down Steph Curry for the remainder of the season if he only has an injury that should sideline him for 2 to 3 months? Why do you think Klay Thompson, and I understand this is a conspiracy theorist type video. This is not an official news video. This isn't true or fact. This is discussion. This is food for thought. This is the type of video that I want to see y'all going in the comment section saying I'm either in way over my head and a fool, or I'm woke as hell and I'm realizing something. Do you think that there is a possibility that the Golden State Warriors are shutting down Klay and Steph on purpose just so they could tank for a better pick? But that's not all they're getting. They also can ensure that Klay Thompson and Steph Curry return to full strength. And I think that's the most important thing of all. You have Steph Curry signed to a Supermax extension. You have Klay Thompson, and I'm sure the Golden State Warriors are really happy about this. You have Klay Thompson that just barely missed Supermax contract extension eligibility, so he just signed to a regular max. You also have Draymond Green, who is currently having some shady games without Steph and Klay on the court with him. You also have D'Angelo Russell. The question is, do the Warriors have anything to play for at this point other than lottery balls? No, they just want to make, if anything, all they're trying to do at this point is boost D'Angelo Russell's trade stock as much as they can. And after they do that, they should be able to flip D'Angelo Russell for some assets, and I don't know, I don't see enough D'Angelo Russell trade rumors. I've heard my first trade rumor about the Golden State Warriors today in regards to them monitoring the Karl Anthony Towns situation. I am beginning to wonder if the Warriors even want to trade D'Angelo Russell. He is a great asset, and he definitely is the type of player that you could build an entire team around. I believe that. If you think I'm crazy or something, let me know in the comment section, but I truly believe that D'Angelo Russell could have a team built around him. But at this point, is D'Angelo Russell also a player that the Golden State Warriors, once they integrate him with Steph and Klay and Draymond Green, is that a championship winning core? That is the one question that I'm concerned with. So with that being said, I really believe that the Golden State Warriors are shutting down Klay. Klay could come back within the next 2 months if he wanted to. That's how long it takes for the timeline to be complete. He could come back in 2 to 3 months if they wanted him to. I think they're shutting him out for the rest of the season because, again, they don't have much to play for. They don't want to risk injury. They don't want to risk damage to a core that's brought them championship after championship. They're playing it safe. But I also think that there is an ulterior motive that we should be made aware of. And that ulterior motive is trying to play for a chance to draft a LaMelo Ball, or not even draft a LaMelo Ball, but just secure the pick and flip it to another team in a trade for a superstar, very similarly to what the Los Angeles Lakers did with the number 4 overall pick when they eventually traded it to the New Orleans Pelicans in the Anthony Davis trade, which was in turn flipped to the Atlanta Hawks, and I believe they drafted Jackson Hayes with that pick. But I digress. I was just thinking about this as I was watching this footage, and I know I bring you guys news, but I also have to bring you guys this type of food for thought, this type of discussion stimulating content, and I hope you guys could appreciate it. If you made it to the end, comment "I took flight." I really want to hear what you guys think. Maybe I'm losing my mind, maybe I'm crazy, but I really feel like the Golden State Warriors are doing this on purpose, and Klay is doing this on purpose.